Hello my dear chess friends, welcome to Kiwi Chess. I am starting to stream and solving puzzles today. Apologies that I didn't start yesterday, I just shifted the days from Saturday to Sunday just this week. I'll try to be consistent and just go to Saturday for streaming. Alright, so here is the puzzle. We noticed that black is a little bit behind development, but the enemy's queen is under attack, yet if I take, I'm gonna get checkmated right away. So knight d6 checkmate is coming. We need to prevent that, and for doing that we could just do maybe check here. That's what the first thing I just considered. Now if there is anything like this or that coming or that, we're definitely taking the bishop, or yeah, well, taking the queen. But if check and going there, we also missing the knight c7 check, in fact. So that's not as easy as I thought. Maybe d5 would do. That's actually interesting, because what happens is, oh, actually knight to b4 is also interesting. But to me looks like d5 is really straightforward, because we are taking the bishop. And if the bishop goes away somewhere, we haven't got this check here anymore, therefore we can simply take, right? So that seems interesting. So there, if he takes, I believe I can simply take his queen, right? So he can't even take. The queen needs to go somewhere. Yeah, I'll go there. Right, so the queen goes there. Now if I take, he can give me this check, and it's gonna be not checkmate because I can take surely. So if I take on c4, he takes me here, check, I'm just taking. Yeah, the position is I'm pawn up, right? Sorry, I'm piece up. I'm piece up here. So I think that's kind of advantageous for me, isn't it? Let's just take then. No. So what check here was the correct, or check? No, that was not. Maybe just go in there. We're still taking two pieces, and this piece goes away, then we take. What was the case if I simply take? Let's just verify. What's going on? Oh, this check is coming, of course. If I go away, this check comes. Then we take here, and my position is devastated. Right, right. I didn't see that. So I need to go a6 in front. Okay. Okay, next one. So here what we've got is, we are definitely down on material. He's got the queen, we've got only rook and the knight, but we've got a nice passer here, right? So we've got this passer here. Okay, now this check here comes. If he goes away, I can give that check, but it's about he can approach closer, and I think I'm losing that, so that's probably not what I need to play here. In fact, well, he can give me check from here for sure. I can't do that, eh? Like check here, he goes there. I move that way, I'm preventing check from f5, and I'm also going like this way. And then once we're going this way, he can't take my pawn because of this check here. Actually, that's interesting. So let's just check again. He goes away. Now we go in knight e3 with the idea of pushing the pawn forward. What can he do if he goes that way? Well, he cannot, because the rook is guarding that. And the push here is actually quite unpleasant, I must say. Let's go there. Right, so now going there. Right, so now it is interesting, because he can give me check from e4. Okay, so he can give me check from e4. However, if I just go away, yeah, I'm gonna go there. If he gives me check, I'm going away. He gives me check from here. I'm covering with the rook, and my pawn is supposed to queen, right? But no, well, actually I can cover with the knight, and then the pawn still goes. He can't stop that. I think that's the idea, right? Yep, and that's exactly the idea. So he takes that. Then what we do is simply check, right? We're winning the queen. If the queen goes this check, I'm simply going away. He checks me here. I'm covering with the knight and the pawn queen's next move. If he goes back here, I still queen. He needs to give away his queen. Interesting. Okay. Next. All right. So here we straightforward see that we are one piece short. We can definitely take on f2. Would that be advantageous for us? I don't know. He takes with the queen. Who can take on b2? Winning the rook looks like. Can he do anything here? I'm not quite sure. Can I simply take on b2 right forward? That's what I'm thinking. No, because he takes here. Yeah, no. So taking here first, now taking here, and then taking b2. I believe that should be fine. Changing here definitely is not going to give us anything, so taking here. So he goes there, sure. Now he's threatening checkmate in 1, right? He also threatens to take here, take there. Now take here cannot do because our queen is guarding that. If I simply go to knight to c6, what would he do? If he takes here, I'm gonna take here anyways. But maybe I could even take here instead. And then take on b1 with check. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. That's wrong. So this way is wrong. This way is wrong. This f6 is good. Okay. Simply taking one more piece. What is wrong with this move? Maybe just taking here. Yep. And then what would I do? I take here, he takes here, checkmate is threatened, check here, he goes away, I'm going there, and I don't see anything. So if we go back, tick, let's just check with the computer here. So if I go there, okay, so he goes back and he protects the rook, of course. I always look at the attacking moves, but there are some prophylactic moves that actually keep the advantage here. Not so much of advantages plus 0.8. Yeah, okay. Next. Right, so we're down exchange and he's got really strong pass here, which implies that we need to seek some counterattack on the enemy's king. But it's easy to say, how do we do that? Maybe we should just go there. Yeah, say if he goes that way, what is my plan? Taking check, he takes, I take here, he goes there. And what are we doing? We can come closer, but there are no checks or anything. I'd like to give him check from e6 if he takes my pawn on c7, but that's not really available, I think. What else can I do? I would really like to go there, maybe. On e4, my knight is under protection of my queen, and I would like to go somewhere here, then check, maybe. So knight e4 seems like the good developing move. But then I actually can jump here too, and then threaten check, taking here. So knight e4 is okay. Knight e4 is okay. What else can I do? b6 doesn't look right straightforward, I think. Well, apart from that, I don't see any kind of active move here. Well, this one has a threat of going there at least. So to take it on a c7, right? So it's a really good threat. Then maybe going there. Well, no, that doesn't make sense. But if I go there and he goes with the pawn, I'm gonna move that way, so he goes further. I go there, check. Would I win that? I think I can, because I can take here. And if he takes my knight, I'm gonna take here. He can take check. No, this queen in game, even if I've got one pawn here and I've got actually two pawns, I got two extra pawns. So those two pawns are gonna be winning, I think. Yeah, so let's do that. No, I don't have that one anymore, so going there. Yep, that's the correct move. Well, with this one I can go that way, or can even go that way. No, just going there now. What can I do? Going that way. Okay. Then just going that way. Yeah, the pawn goes. What if he simply, well, I was looking at that move, but I didn't really make that move, because I thought I'm just simply moving the pawn forward, takes here. Oh, hang on, suddenly, well, hang on a second, was I just hallucinating? Was I just hallucinating? So if I go there, I knew that he can't really take me, but by some reason I thought like, well, this is not going to be... What if we protect? That's exactly what happens. It goes there, going there, going there. Strange, I just don't really feel like that was the correct move. Of course to go b6, but why didn't I make that move? Why would I? I was afraid of that, but then taking here. Sure, just taking all this on the queen. Gosh, I don't understand why I made this move. Okay, let's go further. So simple, I don't know why I just hallucinated. Okay. This rook is not protected. Okay. Anyhow, and this pawn is quite good. Well, first of all, we are down on a piece here, right? So maybe we could... I want to get to this point, to e8. How can I get there? I don't understand. Maybe going rook e3? Yes, rook e3 or rook e1. So either of those ones should be fine. I believe one of them is not fine. I reckon that attacking here would leave that rook unprotected, so I think rook to e1 should be better, because rook on f3 is at least protected, right? So if anything happens around here, I've got this move here, right? So I'm gonna go there. and instead of that, that was okay, right? So as usual, I'm just looking at one move and I'm neglecting another move. Why this one is correct, that one is not. So here, there. Okay, so if I go there, no. Oh, what the heck, I'm losing the pawn here. So just going that way doesn't make sense, right? I go there, he simply takes and does not checks or anything. Either I don't see what. No, actually, I will go there. I was to attack that rook because if I take that, and if he takes, I'm gonna go check, right? So that's gonna be fine. But maybe I can go there right to 4. No, I cannot. I can go that way. Here we go. No, taking here, check, and then going there. Wow, interesting. And that's why I needed to go with another rook, because of that move. Okay, so I'm just simply taking here. Oops, sorry, I just moved too quickly. So yeah, that's the idea. That's why this rook is moving there, because it gets the way to my queen on e2. Right, rook and games. I like rook and games, but I'm already like 3 puzzles solved incorrectly, which is a little bit disappointing. So if I just move pawn forward, I think that should be kind of okay-ish, because next move pawn is going there and then queens. So if I go there, I believe he can move the pawn forward, and if I move pawn forward, I think he can just get behind my pawn. But then I take his pawn, and he cannot really take mine. Well, definitely moving the pawn forward. Now he goes there, sure. See, I wanted to play this kind of way. I know that the correct way is to calculate everything straightforward, but here I don't see any other move than moving the pawn forward, right? So it is pointless for me to calculate and spend time, like in real game, once I see that's the only move here that is more or less logical, okay? So I can give him check here, in fact. If he goes back, then I check here, it is going to be with tempo. If I give check here and he goes away somewhere here, is that worth? Personally, I don't think we should let his king go away. But what can we do? We can move the pawn forward for sure. Then the check comes, for example. We go away. He gives us a check. We go away. The pawn is about to queen, and he can't do much about that. He going there check. We're going away, and the pawn is stopped, so he can move his pawn. But this position, when his king is on the long side, I can always take his pawns for sure, and then the queen, then queen my pawn. So I think that should be fine. I can actually take his pawn here, And I believe that is another option because the king is still stopped there, and if he starts giving me checks here, I'm just gonna go away. If he gives me check here, I would probably... Well, I was looking at getting there, but he stands in front of the pawn as if the rooks are exchanged, so I don't like that. I think we should just take the bullet and move forward. Then I can always take that pawn. Maybe we can check, but as I said, he goes away. No, I want to keep his king here. Okay. That's bollocks. So check here. No, just taking the pawn. Yes, so taking the pawn was absolutely right. Just going there, and that's winning because the king is on the long side. I'm just taking that pawn. Then my king maneuvers and the pawn goes. I'm just building the bridge here. Bugger. Okay, so I've got the fourth. By the way, how long was I streaming already? I might think it is gonna be quite a short stream because it definitely doesn't go well for me. Right, let's try one more time. I kinda like the idea of my pawns moving, and that's why I would like to take here first. Okay, now, well, he creates his passer. Shall we allow him do so or not? Once we take, we allowing his pawn to march, and then we will need to create some of the threat there. So instead of giving him a tempo, I reckon we should just move our pawns forward instead. Well, this check, I'm not sure if it is good or not. That brings his king closer to the other pawn. Currently my pawn on e5 is protected, so I don't know. But maybe the idea is we can still take here and then march another pawn. So it's gonna be 3 pawns. I don't know if his rook is capable of actually capturing all of them, but that's a quite a good question, especially once he's got the passer. But if I don't take, if I say move my pawn here, he can give me check. I can go there and then try to promote or something, just to go there or some sort. I don't know. Now there come some puzzles that you need to employ some thinking. It is not just 1, 2, 3 and you win. Alright. I have this move as a candidate. I've got this check here and I've got pawn moves forward. I don't like to give him another pawn here because that's gonna be non-stoppable. But if I take, will that pawn be stoppable? That's a question. So if he starts moving, I'm gonna give him check here. He goes somewhere, whatever, or maybe here. I think that's the best. Then my pawn moves even further. And if he moves to stop my pawn, my other pawn moves forward. And if he takes, that pawn moves and we win. Okay, but once my pawn moves, he can go that way and then move one more pawn forward, or that pawn forward here, check or something. I'm taking. And that's bollocks. So check here first? No. Moving that pawn forward? Yes, that moving wins. And I don't understand why, but let's just verify. So check here. What if he doesn't check? We just go there and pawn queens looks like. Because I can go there and then protect myself. Yes, so that makes sense. So go in there, check, we go in there, check here, we go in there, check here, we go in front of the pawn. Sure, now he starts to move pawns, and then I'm winning because I'm moving my pawn here and the other pawn is coming here too, so that's winning. Good. It's good to know once you already know the answer. Okay, it's easy. It's every time it is very easy once you've got the answer. Okay, this rook here is unprotected, so we can double attack that or try something else. I'm not sure. If rook drops somewhere here, we also can spot that both of our pieces are taking f7 spot, so that is interesting. That is very interesting. If I take here, I'm attacking, right? If he simply goes away, then this check comes. Wonderful. If I take here and he takes, I'm taking here and it's checkmate threatened, yeah. And okay. So all the way around, not taking here but attacking from here. Okay. Interesting, interesting, right? So I see the idea, but in fact check doesn't work. Really? Check here? Sure, otherwise the queen is... Okay, let's try one more. Now here, that move leads to exchanges and we are winning, the pawn is gone, right? So I need to go that way. You sure, Alex? Why not? Yeah, I'm definitely not in good shape today, guys. And where's our start here? Now, if I go there, why not get in there? Because I'm taking. He's taking. I'm taking here. Couldn't I see that? Couldn't I really see that? Okay. So you are witnessing one of my tilts, and I'm still continuing playing that, being totally aware that it is not really a good idea now. And it's usually going this way. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 incorrect puzzles solved in a row, and it is really kind of obvious that I'm not in a good shape now, but I'm continuing. Alright, what have we got here? We've got really nice battery here with the queen and the bishop. We've got these two rooks here. We can in fact take the knight on f2, but then he takes here, and I don't see how else we're going to progress here. He doesn't really attack me with anything at the moment, right? So he can take my bishop here, but that's kind of okayish, isn't it? So if I go there and trying to attack him here, he takes, I take, then he needs to protect it. And in fact, once he needs to protect, he loses a tempo, and I'm taking on f2. Right? So that's interesting. If I take, he just takes and he attacks me, and everything is under attack. So knight there, interesting. Trying to attack his queen. If he takes, sure, I'm just taking his knight, right? If I go there, and if he goes, say, somewhere else, saving his knight, maybe even taking here, I'm simply taking him, right? He takes, I take, and then what? Hang on a second. So if I go there and he takes me here, I can still take him there, because I'm threatening to take his queen, right? And once he goes away, I'm taking his rook. He takes my rook here. I give him check. If he takes, he loses the bishop. But if he doesn't, where would he go? So he goes there. Then I can take here. He takes, I give him check. He goes away, I take here. Doesn't seem right. And too long. No, there should be something simpler. Something should be simpler than that. Right, let me just check again. Take. What if he takes here? As I said, I take here, right? Now, if he goes there, he's not attacking anything. Then I can take here. No, I think that's not good. Maybe I should just sacrifice here, check. If he takes, then the whole fun starts, because then I'm taking here. And his bishop is under attack. And his knight is under attack. Right? So everything's suddenly under attack. Yeah. If I check, if he goes away, if he doesn't take, then I take here. He takes here or something, right? No, that's not good. No, if he doesn't take, I'm gonna go there. And if he takes me here, I'm taking him here. And still not good, right? If I take here first, that's interesting. So he takes me here. I give him check. If he takes, I believe I'm gonna just take here and win another one. I'm just gonna go there or there, not no. But that seems interesting. And it looks like my vision is totally blurred now, so I can't even think about any right way to do so. Well, what candidate moves I've got? I've got this take here for sure. I've got this check here for sure. I've got this pawn taking for sure. What else? And I've got the knight move here. Maybe I could move somewhere else with my knight, of course, but all the moves imply that he can take here with check, which is not good. I don't want him to check me, so that implies that we can probably take on h7 with check first. And then if he takes, in fact, that is not good, because we're taking on g4, then the bishop is under attack, so he can take this way, but I'm attacking him here, so then actually that seems interesting, because currently it is equal. If I take here with check, it is forcing, so yeah, I'm gonna take here with check. Right, and that's good. And now, well, I can take here, but my knight is under attack, so I have to take on g4 first. He takes, and I'm taking here, right? And on a second, am I right or not? No, I can take here. He can't take me because I'm taking here with check. And his bishop is gonna be under attack as well, so I'm technically... No, hang on, but if I take here, he simply goes away, right? At least. And I haven't got anything. But here, once I've taken, I'm still threatening, so I'm continuing the attack. If he goes somewhere like that, I can simply take him, right? So there's no way for him to protect that. g6 is gonna be under attack here. What? Simply going away. Then just... What? Then just queen goes there. Wow, okay. So I think that's enough, guys. So I'm currently like 7 or 8 in a row. I solved them correctly, so that speaks for itself, as Mr. Neiman says. So yeah, I see the idea, right? But the last move just shades that all. Why not to take on there? Why not to take here? So he takes. I give a check. Goes away. How hard was it to calculate that I'm rook down here? How hard? I'm asking myself. But here, once I'm taking, everything is fine. Well, at least that should be an indicator for me, for goodness sake. Alex, what the heck? Alright. Alright. So all those checks here are really nasty, so we need to continue with checks, it looks like. He goes away. Then we probably give another check here. He needs to go either here or there. It really depends. But if he goes further, I can bring the rook in here check as well, which is not good. And I can bring the rook in any case, but he can take me here with check, so I need to not forget about that. This check here is actually interesting, so going check, he goes away, check here. It is also interesting if he goes further than check here, he goes away, check here or something. Or maybe even taking here, I can take here. A rook is in here, but then I can take... Okay, so first check here, doesn't matter. That's the only way we could go. Then check here is not possible because he is guarding everything. In fact, well, my queen is under attack, so if I just go there check, he's probably is required to go to d1. And I'm simply taking. I don't know. So it looks like I'm just going down with every puzzle, and I don't feel like there is any way. So here this check is possible. This check is possible. Well, this check is possible. It leads only to one way, this way, right? And then I can give him this check. He goes away. And then I haven't got any checks apart from that check, but that doesn't really serve the purpose. Alright. Check here. It's really tempting to bring the rook in, because if he goes somewhere like here, I would go check. He goes away, but check here. He goes there somewhere. Check here, he goes away, then I take here check. Here check doesn't, no, he can't go there, so that's the only way. Oh, what the heck am I talking about? What check? There's no e3 check here at all. Check here goes away. And there's no follow-up, see? So there's one more check from here, just taking the... No, again no. So that leaves me only with this check. Okay. And here we needed to be careful. So this check seems like the only way. If he goes there, check here. If he goes back, I'm gonna check with the bishop. And it's gonna be really bad for him, because then taking here, checkmating here is the pattern, I think. So what else? We can give this check here for sure. See where he goes. Check. It still leads to the same idea of going there. Then there's check here. If he goes there, then I don't know. check here, goes there, check here, comes back, then checking, he takes this check here, it's a checkmate, right? Yeah, so that seems like the way. Well, this check is better or not? Why this check is better? No, I think this check is bigger because I can relocate, so now check here for sure. And now check here. Alright, so there is no other way but to check here, and that's winning. Wow, my first, well, no, actually this is the second, but compared with the number of failed puzzles, that's going to be really interesting. So as I said, well, we can take here at some point, we can bring this bishop here with checks, etc. So that's going to be devastating for white. Yeah, the computer approves that. So let's see. So if this is the main move, so this check here comes, right? So, and he has to take with the queen, otherwise he's checkmated. If he goes as I calculated here, well, then I give him check, he goes there, I'm taking, I saw that one, taking, and then this checkmate comes. Okay, I saw that one. Wonderful. Next. Right, we looks like, oh gosh, it looks like one of my games, but that's not me actually. It is so-called Yanish Gambit. I recognize the structure because I cut a lot of players on that one. So it goes there, and then Yanish Gambit performs, and then this type of thing comes. Well, that particular move I didn't employ, but there was a similar structure when white takes on g6 and loses by force. Okay, but in this structure, it looks like he just escaped my knight attack, and this pawn is pinned, so it looks like I can take him here, right? I can take him, and if he takes me here, the problem is that, yeah, I can go away with my king. I can give me a check, I can cover. That's not what the position dictates, it looks like. Actually, if I take here and he takes me, then I've got this check, he has to take, then this check here, and he goes there, and then we can technically probably even castle, because check here is going to be crucial. Yeah, I'm taking here, guys. So then take here, check, but maybe there is something else. Let's not rush. This is under attack. I believe we need to play really energetically. So check, check, check. If he goes away, then checkmate. Sure. Check, take, check. The only way to go is this way. And then he can go there, protecting from the e-file attack. But if I take check, he takes, I take here check, he goes there. Maybe I've got this check here as well, and that is promising. But maybe I could simply, no, I cannot simply go there, can I? I was to go with the bishop, with the knight there or there, but that doesn't help. If I castle though, that creates an interesting situation. If he takes, I think that's losing by 4, so take, take, check, take, then check here, maybe he covers, then the rook comes in, check, and that's probably decisive. So maybe we should just castle. But he can go there. No, that doesn't seem right. I think I'm just gonna take. And now I'm gonna castle. And the idea is that I'm still, once I castled, I still threaten check, but moreover I threaten that check. And if he covers with anything, can take. If he covers this way, then this rook comes into e8 check, and that's really, really nasty. maybe I've got something better. It's always something better. It's always better sometimes. No, I'm just gonna castle, guys. That's bollocks. That's bollocks. So just go in there. Go in there. No. What? Go in there. Sure. Now we are threatening check here. And if he goes there, he cannot. Right. I've forgotten. This is the common move here. Why would I castle? This is the common move in this Yanish Gambit, bringing that one in. Then this check here is also really serious threat. But if I go there and he goes with the queen there, I give a check, and if he covers this way, then simply pawn goes in. Right, so it's still threatening, and black is winning. The attack is too strong here. Wonderful. Next. And that was -7 points, meaning that the puzzle itself was quite hard. Right, so what have we got here? By the way, how long was I streaming? Let's just check. Ah, shit, let's go away. Create. Yeah, okay, analytics. 49 minutes. Okay, I can probably leave for an hour. An hour should be fine for me. Right, so here, I'm tempted to put my bishop here, but I cannot. Then I just go there. If the knight goes anywhere, I could simply take here, threatening one of the rooks, and then my threat will be still to come back, right? So I'm gonna go there. That's bollocks. Going there, also not right. Going there, nope. Okay, so I am totally devastated. Oh, it seemed really nice. It was not, so just going back there, or no, no. There should be something more tactical than that. Come on. Going there? No. Going there, for goodness sake. Easy. Easy peasy. Taking. The rook is... yeah. That was easy, I must say. Alright, so next, and my rook is under attack. I'm under checkmate in 1. But obviously we will be brilliantly playing here. Check here, for example. He goes there. I can give this check here. He goes back. And it looks like I can't really do anything here. Apart from this check, what I've got, this check here, sure. He goes there. I give him check from here. Now he goes back. And then staying here, I can I check him? Yes, I can check here. So if he comes back, that's gonna be bad. So he takes. I'm gonna give him check. He goes away. I'm taking here check, and he needs to cover. Then I can give him check here. In fact, he takes. I'm gonna check here, but that leads to a queen endgame in which I don't even think I've got any advantage, which is bad. The question is, shall I give this check or not? Or shall I just progress with this check, in fact? Because if he goes there... Oh, I've got this check here, actually, guys. He goes there, I'm just checkmating him. Wow, I've forgotten about it. So check here. He can't go there. He can't go there either, because this check here is decisive. He goes away, and I'm checking here, that's winning. So, checking, he goes only one way, which is this way. Okay, and in this case I'm just simply taking him here with check. He takes me. He takes me. And I don't see how I can finish him. Maybe just going back. Simply going back. No, that doesn't work this way. Right, check, he goes there. I can check here, he goes that way. I check here, he goes that way. It looks like I haven't got much to do. That's disappointing. Right, let's do again. Check. Anywhere he goes, it's not good apart from d1, right? So I can check him here. Now, what if I give him check from here? He simply takes me with the rook. It doesn't seem like I could do anything about that. Check here. Only one solution probably, which is going there. Check here. Goes away. Then checking here could do. Doesn't seem right. Come on. Knight and queen and rook should finish the monarch, I think. Since we're on the checkmate attack at the moment, just one move and we are done. So this check seems the most forcing. Well, this check seems too, but this check seems better because we bring in the knight even closer. So go in there. What if I take here check? He can simply take, right? Now take here is still hanging, so I have to find something really good here, and I don't see anything. So taking definitely doesn't mean much. Check, take there. So taking here doesn't matter. How do I act in this case? Maybe I could just simply go away. And if he covers that, this checkmate there. If he covers this way, I still give him check. He gets away. And I can't do much. Interesting. Very interesting. It doesn't seem like I've got any choice at all. Either this check or that check should do, because the rook is under attack. Just moving rook away, doesn't that lose initiative? That's what I don't understand. This check here is still coming, but he can regroup. And that's not good. Let's just verify this check. I checked this check, and I want to move to this one check here. So first of all, he can cover, but then I believe we can give him this check. He goes further. We can give him this check here. He say takes the knight, or maybe I can just take him here check. He takes the knight, and then I might do something. Just bring another rook in, like, doesn't seem winning, but still some ideas at least. But in this check here and king to d1, I don't see any positive vibe. Well, apart from checking, he goes away. I check here, he takes. And I would like to checkmate him here, but I cannot. Blasted. Right, so I'm nearly doing on hour. I don't know. If I go to check and he covers, what do I do then? I can give him another check, he comes back, right? So that's not the way, so go in there, check then. Okay, so he goes there, again, the only way. That's the only way. What checks I got afterwards? I can take him here with check, of course, and he will have to take me on d3. Then how do I progress? That's my question. Check here, maybe? And if he goes somewhere, I'm starting attacking him. Yeah, that makes sense. But then, check here if he goes away this way. What do I do then? I can get back to check him here for sure. And when he goes there, then check him this way. And if he takes, check, he goes away, check here, he can cover, and I don't see anything. Right? Yeah. Check here, right there. What if I check this way? Yeah, that's hang on. So that doesn't work. So get in there, get in there. That's the only way. Then check. He goes there. Maybe something like taking here, but again my rook here is a bit I don't know. So check, he goes there and that stops. Then if I give him check here, he goes that way, and that seems like that's it. If I take here check, he has to take, and then I have got nothing to follow with. Hi. That's frustrating. That's probably my worst run ever. So check here. Seems the only way, but while this check here, he goes away. Then what do I do? At least I've got some probably initiative. If I give check back here, then what if he goes that way? I just thought of that. Give check, he goes away this way. It's even worse now. So just check here looks like the only way, but what next? Check, he goes away. Check here. He goes that way, which is even worse. I haven't haven't got anything. Wow. Hang on. Logically, so if I give him check and he goes away, all other things are refuted here, right? So that's the only way that he kind of escapes. So let's see if he escapes indeed. We got this check here. He has to go back. Now taking here his check, he takes my knight. What if I try to do something else in here? We just need to keep that picture in our mind. So we can give him check here, in fact, and if he goes away this way, taking my knight, it is still not good, is it? Alex, what can I do? Am I that bad? Well, at least can I at least solve that one? I mean, Alex, come on. Check. Check there. Check here. He takes. No, that doesn't work. No, well, still this check seems better than this check. I don't know why, but I might be wrong. So he goes there. Then I go back check here. He can't cover, so he goes that way. And that's it. I don't even see how I'm going to continue here. So that check's going to d1 is not good. So here he goes to d1 right forward. I can take, of course, but what does that serve? What purpose does that serve? I can bring the rook in fact, and it's gonna be disastrous for him because this way it looks like I'm gonna give him check. He goes away, but still, no, I'm checking here. He goes away. It doesn't make sense. But then I can take here at least, and then rook up. Yeah, check. Right. Now here again, check here is possible, check here is impossible, check here is possible, check here is possible. Just bringing the rook in is possible too, but then he can cover, in fact, and that is that good for me or not? He can cover, so that doesn't look right. So check here, he goes away. Check here, he takes. Check here, if he covers, I'm gonna give this check, he needs to go away, then I'm gonna definitely catch him, right? So taking here check, he covers, I give a check, if he covers, he's done here, and if he goes away, I'm just simply bringing another rook in. I think that should do. I don't want to overcomplicate. Okay, now with this position, I'm just gonna go there, and I think I should be winning because of that. The problem is if I go there, right? If I go there, he goes b3, And if I check here, he can cover, but if I check here, he just simply goes away. Check here, he goes away. And I can't even check him here anyways. So this check is interesting. He covers. I check, he covers, so he goes away. Check here doesn't really work. So just go in there. B3. And I don't see how. Oh, what the heck is going on? C1. Any other checks I can get or give? This check he simply covers, right? And I don't see how I'm going to. My idea was to go there, but I just saw B3 and I'm in kind of a stupor here. So I still give a check or what? Check here with the rook, he goes away. How can I give him? Well, gosh. Well, this is the check, right? Well, hang on. If I go there, he goes B3. I'm gonna give him a check. He covers, otherwise he loses the rook, right? And that's it. So he covers, I can't really break that. So that doesn't work. Immediate check doesn't work. If I go there, B3, what the heck am I going to do? So check here, he goes away. And I'm still threatened the checkmate here, right? So I shouldn't be relaxing. Check here, he goes away, right? Maybe I should somehow attack B2. Oh, that's what I thought. But I'm not quite sure how. Check. Goes there. Check. He goes back. Alright, so if I go there, well, that seems the only way. So he goes there, right? Now I go check, he goes away. Check, he has to cover. He has to cover. I'm going there with the idea of check. He goes away. I'm going check. He goes away. It doesn't seem right. Hang on, what if I just go there? If he goes that way, I'm going check and And if he goes that way, I'm taking here with check. My goodness, that's so easy. Plus 13 points. That's appreciation. That's what I call appreciation, really. Yeah, okay. Next. Check here. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna go further or not, guys. I think I'm really exhausted. But let me see how long was I streaming to see the stats. Okay, so it was just over an hour. Maybe I could spend a little bit more time. Let me spend a little bit more time because I don't see what I can do else. Just go to bed probably. My channel. I see that there are 2 viewers. That's just good. Hi Jestbox in a cage, how are you doing? Sorry, I was too concentrating on my puzzle, so I didn't really look at the chat. But welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, it is really hard for me to find now the simple moves like that. I mean, yeah, I'm just either tired or I'm not in a good shape. See, I just lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row. So that's clearly an indication that I'm not in a good shape here. Okay, so here, what I want to do naturally is just to push the pawn and win. However, I'm gonna check now. And where would I go? Naturally, I would like to go somewhere to dark square first, but somewhere that the rook cannot really catch me. So looks like the best candidate for me would be h2, and I'm threatening to push. And there's no other way for him just to get there. I'm taking, and so on, and I'm queening here. He's got another pawn here, which is a passer. So I think, yeah. Look, frankly, it's not the best of the days today. But yeah, I'm just going on with the flow. I was 2600 plus today, so I lost nearly 80 points. But that's alright. I mean, the points are regainable, but the thing is that if under different circumstances, I would probably stop even like once I solved like 5 puzzles, out of them 4 wrongly. But I realized that it was just 12 minutes or something, so that would be no session if I just stopped. So I can go there. What if he brings the pawn in? Then a castle, and then a queen, and I think I'm gonna be fine here because I can bring another like rook check here, and I think I can checkmate him. So yeah, I'm gonna go there. Balax. Check here. Sure. Just going attacking. That was another plan, but unfortunately I didn't see that. Look, I've got minus 3 points only. What the heck is happening here? That's unexpected. And the puzzle rating is 2518, which is even lower than myself. How on earth that could be minus 3 points? Wow, I'm surprised. Sometimes glitches, either glitches or something, I don't know. Right, I'm in check at the moment. So what I can do is, well, by the way, his king is under checkmate, so it looks like we need to find just one spot where he can't constantly check me, and that will be it. Pardon me. Okay, where would be that spot? I definitely don't go to c-file because he's gonna check me here. No, he can't check me here, in fact. And maybe that's the answer. Well, he can check me here, right? And then I would need to return. So looks like a4 is the only option there. And he can give me check from here. I can cover. And how would he attack me? I don't know, because checkmate in 1 is on the plate. And what would he do? Check here. Alright, now he gives me check from here if I go that way, which I don't like. Another option is to get there, but then he takes me here with check anyways. Third option is to take on a5, and that's a good point because how would he give me a check further on? Just from here check, right? And in this position I would probably go to b6, and there is no way for him to give me check apart from this check, and I'm gonna go somewhere like here, and I don't see any other checks from his side anymore, which is good. So if I go there, he takes, right? So that's not a problem. So taking here seems like the only way. Okay. Oh, check here. I've forgotten about that one, but hey. If I go there, he can check from here. So it looks like I have to take on b6 as well. Okay. Looks like. If I go there, same check here, and yeah, at least perpetual. And that's it. Wow. Wow. Well, no, well, I would disagree with you because every puzzle has got the rating, and the um, loss or win is calculated exactly as a low rating here. So if the puzzle is 25 something, in my 25 like 13 I think was, and my rating was 25 23, it is equal. So once you win or lose, you get basically 10. Coefficient is 10, so you get 10 plus or 10 minus if you win or lose. Okay, so that's why I don't understand really. Maybe it was not played a lot, or who knows, it is a weird stuff. I sometimes witness a lot of that kind of glitches, not too often, but yeah, that was unexpected. Well, K factor for who? For me, because I'm solving, right? And the K factor is 10. That's definitely. That's 100%. So if I meet something with the same rating and I lose, I technically should lose 10 points. No, well, for the puzzle, I don't care about the puzzle. It's me who gains or loses, right? So, yeah. I'm looking at that from my perspective. So I got coefficient 10, he's got coefficient whatever. I don't care. Our rating is similar. So if I lose, I must lose 10 points. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what coefficient he's got. Because if I play, for example, in the club game and I play junior who's got K equals 40, right? And I win that, he loses really win number of points. Okay? And I gain win number of points. But he loses more than if I had lost, or I had won. So there's this balance, if you know what I mean. Say I'm playing somebody who's got coefficient 40, I got coefficient 10, right? So if I win, I gain 2 points. He loses 8 points because his coefficient is so ludicrous. Okay, so it is not zero balance game, if you know what I mean. Like it's not in game theory. It's not a zero balance game. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so if it's not LO, then yeah, I'm pass. I don't know. It looked like LO, it behaved like LO so far. I mean, but if you say so, yeah, could be different. Right, next. What have we got here? We got under some attack, so G6 is definitely a nexus of all of those tension lines, right? So we need to watch out that one. At the same time, we've got some tension around the enemy's king, probably. I'm not sure. the rook is under attack, and everything else is kind of a bit messy. What I'm looking at is if I take, he's got this take here, but it is not too forcing. If both confidence ratings matter, then yeah, that might be the case. But again, as I said, well, I played many puzzles, and I think this one is the third or second or third. No, I think it's third, where I've got this weirdo, -3 for the puzzle, which is actually rated slightly less than my rating. So that must be, as you rightfully said, something related to how many people played this puzzle, because that matters too once you calculate like performance rating and that. Yeah, I think you're right. Alright, so what we've got here is, I do want to take that rook, but it looks like we are really down on development. So he takes here, threatening to take me here. Even if I take, he gives me check. It's gonna be perpetual here. Okay. Okay. What if I take here instead? Then this take here is possible, and he can take me here as well. No, he cannot, because I'm gonna be threatening him here. Look, the problem is that I cannot really do much about the situation. Well, my queen here is a bit of an outcast, because what can I do really? So it looks like I have to take on d6 and then prove that he's wrong. So he takes here. And what do I do is I need to defend somehow. I can bring another bishop in or something, but that wouldn't help, would it? But if he takes here, g6 is already under attack, so it doesn't matter which way, right? Okay, it doesn't matter which way he takes later on, because g6 is going to be under attack. Okay, what if we just do that? So the confidence rating can be very low, so you're losing to the puzzle assist, the formula to think that the puzzle might be severely underrated, so you're not punished for a possibly severely underrated puzzle. It's a part of Twig's Glico did to Elo to make it more accurate. Okay, maybe you're right, yeah. Well, that's the only explanation I've got so far, because ELO doesn't work really, right? So apart from ELO rating of both of us, there is another factor, which is K, and on top of that there is N, number of games that you played, because that's how the ELO is calculated too. So that might be taken into assessment as well, because you know what? Even in the regular Blitz games, if I don't play for, say, like well, usually once I play Blitz, I've got if I win somebody with my rating, it is, say, like I get 6 points, around 7 points, 6-7 points. But if I don't play for a long time, like say half a year, and I get back to playing Blitz, every win gets me like 20 points. So it really depends also, like time wise, how long you will be playing or something like that. Yeah. I agree with you. So that's the time factor there that plays the role. And I was really surprised that it is working this way. Right, so I believe that we need to take this rook and then prove that we are not fools taking that. Now, the obvious reason, because he takes on f7, and then our g6 is under 3 attacks. The only way I see is just to go there with g5, but then the pawn takes g5, and we are under really severe attack here. So that my king would not survive. I need to do something else then. Right, taking. He takes me here. What if I just simply take, hey? So he takes here, check. I just go away. If he takes me here, check. Well, this one is... No, he can't take that rook, so I'm just gonna go there and cover. And he can give me check from f6. I'm just going away. He gives me check here. Now he gives... Oh gosh, that's horrible. That looks really scary. I must say, that looks very scary. Just a box in a cage. Where are you from? I just don't recall you seeing. I don't recall seeing you here before. Are you first time here? Where are you from? Just do you mind to tell me? I always welcome new people. It's just, yeah, I've got not a really big stream, but I don't stream regularly, and you know, it's a really big competition anyway, so it's not as spectacular as I watched playing other playing like Day by Daylight and all other stuff, which is really dynamic and attracting people from US. Okay, what part of US? I lived in LA for about a year. Alright, take there. California too, oh my goodness. San Diego. Oh, LA right now, okay, okay, cool. I lived in Burbank and Glendale. Kind of okayish, yeah. You know what I really I was really amazed about the United States is that you've got the price, right? And then on top of that price that you think is the final, you still pay sales tax. That's so funny. In California, it was I think 7% at that time in 2004, so it was quite an increase. You see the price, but then you just but you've got tax on top of that. My goodness, why wouldn't you include that there? It is so funny. So that's little differences, you know. It's not affecting everything, of course, but it is just like I was buying a laptop at that time, so it was quite funny. I was prepared already, but it was strange to hear that. Right, so okay, it's strange to learn how it's all the tax system is different because I'm an accountant and I haven't studied the American you know, I studied the GAAP obviously, but GAAP, but yeah, the actual live you know life in America is yeah, that of course I didn't experience before. Okay, going there. All right, so yep, exactly, and that in its turn kind of multiplies all the people that kind of I reckon that are parasiting, like a lot of accountants or lawyers and so on that do like don't add really value to everything, but they are getting their niche and you know exploiting that in full extent. Because yeah, I think well yeah, it is way too complicated here. I think it is in purpose done this way that it is more integrated in terms of gives different diversified that gives different people different privileges, but at the same time it becomes way too complex. You know, it's easier to make a mistake and then get taxed or punished for that as well. So I would, yeah, I was not kind of accustomed to that, let's say. But yeah, yeah. There is a purpose for it in everything, basically. It's the same like the United States health system, where you pay money to the government, but then you don't get it back, or it goes via the companies, right? The insurance companies, which make money on that one. So that doesn't seem right to me. In general, that doesn't seem right to me. But yeah, maybe that's a way. Maybe I don't know why it was implemented in such a way in the United States. Strangely, yeah, strange things happen. Taking, I'm finally taking that bastard. Now, if I take that bastard on d6, then what's gonna happen? He takes me on f7, and then fg6 is basically gone. And I don't really see. So if I take on f7, that gives me a really hard time because he checks me. He takes me here, threatening checkmate in 1, and I haven't got any counterplay. But maybe I've got 2 pieces, in fact, so I want a piece here. But I can't defend myself against this check on a g6. Strange. Yeah, well, that's another interesting thing. It's because of the state law differences in Texas and so on. So it's basically different countries, right? And that's what I was also surprised to learn. Like a friend of mine had her license in nursing license in California, and I think she couldn't work in Nevada because they required another qualification exam there. So it's a lot of weird stuff, like where states act like totally different countries, kind of, you know. So a lot of different laws, a lot of even criminal law. There's basic law like federal law, but there are state laws as well, which are totally different from one another, one from another. And yeah, that makes things a little bit more complex. Probably that prevents people from just moving from one state to another because of different laws and different taxes. I don't know. I don't know. That seemed slightly weirdish, but given that the United States is such a big country and it's divided to the states, I think it is the only way to govern a big country in such a way, like federation. Interesting. Yeah, it's really. The more I learned about countries in the world, the more I like was puzzled how differently they're treated. And it's not. I'm not saying it's in a bad way. Maybe it is the only way that could be applied to such a big country and so on. So yeah. So shall we take or shall we not? Maybe we can take here instead. Maybe we shouldn't really get this material here, but I'm really tempted to take. I think that's the whole purpose. Sovereign states, yeah. Or maybe like confederation instead. Yeah. Yep, yep, team of countries, exactly, exactly. But well, frankly saying, those countries can't really live with the United States, so they don't have as much independence as they want, right? So you are still an independent state, but yeah, you're here, so you can't really say, oh, I'm just leaving US and joining Canada, for example, or whatever, or just declaring my independence. That's not a possibility, of course. All right. Okay. I believe that the whole puzzle here is to take on d6 and then prove that you are right. And that's what I'm going to do. If that's wrong, that's wrong. Okay, so that's the thing. We are one step forward to our sudden death on g6, but we should be looking optimistically into our future because there might be something that our king can escape and so on. What I learned from chess is that the um, things looking differently from whatever they are, like in real life as well. So if something looks scary, well, if you calculate further, actually the king escapes and you still have the material gain. So not everything is as scary as it seems. However, you need to be brave to calculate this whole thing there and not to fall for any obvious, um, you know, like traps. Okay. Do you like in California in general? That's really interesting. I kind of like the climate is a little bit too hot. But well, not to say like it's intolerable. Slightly hot and it's really dry, like in the valley. It is really dry because you just go there and I can feel my nostrils burn, right? Because I was walking, in fact. I lived not too far from the malls and that, so I could just really walk rather than drive. And yeah, that's the thing I remember. Um, it's quite green, yeah, it's quite green. I wouldn't really go to South, sorry, not South, West LA, where there's all the Compton and that kind of stuff, of course, because of this criminal activities and that. But in general, like Burbank and Glendale were quite safe areas. Yeah, with a lot of Armenian population and that. Yeah. Are you on the west side? Which is okay. So it is Santa Monica, close there, right? Somewhere there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, closer to the ocean, it is always like a little bit of a breeze at least, right? Because I remember I was going on Wilshire and Santa Monica, well, no, Wilshire actually, Wilshire to the beach, and yeah, it was quite pleasant there. Not a lot of people, but yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah. Some pleasant feelings there. And I was quite surprised that in LA, when first I saw the Star Valley, right, like Star Alley, sorry, Star Alley, and yeah, so you walk past this theater and then just go, and then there's just one-story residential area afterwards. So it's like, oh, yeah, is that it? I was like thinking Hollywood, like all these kind of things, and but in fact, yeah, all these things is made in studios and that, so you won't really see that there. So just like half mile walk and you're already like in the residential area. I kind of like this Universal studio as well, and yeah, visit that Warner Brothers. I didn't go to Warner Brothers store, but I went to Universal Studio. Originally, I was born in Russia, right? I was born in Russia, traveled through Israel, lived there, then went to the United States with my parents, and finally I finished in New Zealand, where I've got my own family as well. So quite a travel. I find New Zealand quite good, actually suiting my purposes entirely. Like really quiet, and the climate is nice, and it's not too overcrowded. No illegal immigration as such. Yeah, really quiet and far away from the world. It's not like I'm a hermit here, but yeah, I kind of like here. Really safe for family. Yeah, yeah. That's only airway. That's how you can get here. So nothing else. All right. So I was thinking about g5 here. I think about it more and more. But if he takes, then this is a problem for me. I can take here, of course, and he can take here with check. And then I think I might be in trouble, but I can still go away, and his queen is still under attack. And my queen is guarding everything here, so I'm gonna go with g5 here, guys, and that's wrong. Minus 8 points for Gryffindor, and what do I do? What should I do? Take here first? No. Go in there? Oh. Oh, really? So I'm just going away. Okay. I saw that, but by some reason I thought, like, well, he still takes on g5, so if I take, he takes. That brings me to the same doom, but I just go away. I'm not obligated to take anything. It was cool. Alright, so I think that would be it for today. I didn't progress that much. I actually regressed a lot, but I think that should be it. It's already like midnight, so I need to go to bed because I'm going to work tomorrow. And I bid you welcome again. Thank you for just a box in a cage for visiting. Feel free to follow. I usually do my streams on Wednesdays and Saturdays, or today I did it on Sunday because yeah, it is just yeah, that's how it worked. And we have got one day difference basically between you and me. So yeah, in California it is we've got already we've got November 27th. You've got November 26th, I believe, still. So it's nearly and you've got yeah, just um, um what just day right now, or hang on, I might be wrong. No, you might be having really late night at the moment. That's what I think. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for visiting. Thank you to everybody who was watching as well, who will be watching in records. I'll see you again on Wednesday, I hope. And until then, I would say take care, bye bye, and see you later, guys.